other teams besides the Dakotas can win here. I think it's good for the tournament. I think it helps their argument to keep it in Sioux Falls, and Sioux Falls does such a good job, and it's so well supported that it's a special conference tournament. So I'm very thankful, and I am kind of a little heartbroken for Austin, his girls. I thought they fought really hard, but this team, if that deserved to happen to anyone, it was this team. Every single person on the roster is the most selfless kid I've coached. Definitely the most selfless team I've coached, and I'm just really happy for them.
Questions for the student athletes. Let's start here first, real quick.
Scott Powell, McDonough Voice. Taylor, was that play drawn up for you there right before the end of regulation?
Yes, it was, and it was actually drawn up for Michelle Farrow, and it should have stuck with Michelle Farrow. Whenever he switched it out, I got really nervous, and I thought he messed up a little bit. But no, but it was drawn up. It was drawn up.
Did it feel good going on? Did you think it was going to when you let it go?
I don't know. I mean, the fact that my teammates had enough confidence in me, and my coach had enough confidence in me, whenever I let it go, I had enough confidence in it too.
Did you have one here, Mick?
Taylor, it sounds like you're just a little freaked out. Those moments there where you knew this was going to be your assignment, this was coming at you. How did you deal with that? Obviously pretty well, but
I was really jittery. I had sat out for a while. I was pretty cold, and I had missed like my last 3 shots when I was in, so I was like, okay. And then whenever he called me, and then he drew it up for another player, and I was like, okay, we got this. And then he drew it for me, and then I got extremely nervous, and my hands were even shaking a little bit more. But again, just it goes back to the fact that he had enough confidence in me, and my players had enough confidence in me that this was going to happen. I had to do it.
We have one over here.
Yeah, I think I'll probably never forget that moment after missing those 2 free throws, but I think to have the confidence and not to give up, credit our team for that. It'd be easy to sulk and be sad at that point and, kind of think the game's over, but, I mean, that's who else rather than teammate? I mean, that's just the type of player she is. She's a gamer, and I think that shows a lot of character in our team. I had people telling me next play, we have 2 seconds, that's plenty of time. And so I think that's a huge, that just shows how our team is and that we believe, and we play till the final buzzer. But yeah, it was relief for sure.
Back here in the second row.
Sam Cooperman, regional media. Guys, just coming into this game, of course, all the emotions that surrounds it, but just waking up this morning, what were you thinking coming into this one? And really now that you're here, winners, how does it compare?
Morgan, do you want to take that one?
Yep. I think at least what was going through my mind is vengeance is a good word for it. They beat us twice in the regular season, and I don't know, I woke up feeling good. It was like a good day. I actually got to sleep in an extra hour. But I don't know, I just felt really good about it, and I think we had a good plan going into it, playing with them. I don't know, I just had all the confidence in the world.
Down here in front.
You guys give up 82 yesterday, and then you play a team that's just as good offensively, but even better defensively. What were you able to do to really kind of stay with them and then get to that time where you guys always seem to find that extra, that one last possession? What were you able to do to do that today?
I would say they're the best one of the best defensive teams in the league for sure. We were able to spread out our offense a little bit and get attack some driving lanes and get those dump passes and those kickouts. And when you have that mentality and you're surrounded by such great shooters on the perimeter, I think that makes it a little bit easier. And I have confidence in our team, and I think just moving the ball really well on offense and spreading out was definitely the key.
Right here.
Maury, did the fact that you hit that shot and then the team comes out and hit, I think, just your first 3 shots, all 3 pointers, was there a connection there?
I don't know. I think my go-to game is a 3-point shot. And I think it was nice that I was able to take some drives and get them more backed off a little bit to be afraid. But I don't know, I just kind of rely on my 3 mostly.
Let's go here first real quick.
Taylor, what do you think kickstarted this team after last season, winning the season, that got this season really get going?
That's a really hard question because this team is completely different. The chemistry, the atmosphere, just the girls and how kind and how much we actually care about one another really does make this team different and unique. And I think that last year it left a really bad taste in our mouth that we didn't want to go home. We didn't want to go home like we did last time. So I think we really, truly left it all out on the court this season, and I think it really did kickstart from the IUPUI game whenever we lost it at home. From there on out, we realized that this could be the last game. We played each game like this could be our last game.
Second row.
Morgan, you picked up the fourth foul pretty early in the third quarter, and you come back in the fourth in overtime and managed to stay on the floor. Just what went into being able to do that? And you know you only have one more foul to work with, but playing your game so many times.
I think just staying aggressive, but also being under control a lot. My coaches had the confidence in me. They came to me on the bench when I got my fourth foul and I had to go back down there. And they're just like, you're fine, just got to play smart. And thought that if I just played smart but I kept playing my game, that I'd be okay.
Other questions for the student athletes? Let's take one right here.
What do you guys do between now and Monday when the pairings come out and find out where you guys are heading?
Enjoyed this win for sure. You know, take the time to reflect and definitely celebrate with one another. But we're not just there in the tournament. You know, we want to compete, and it doesn't matter who we get. You know, we want to get in the gym, work hard, and start preparing for them. You know, as soon as we find out. But I think we definitely don't want to take a ton of time off. You know, we kind of want to stay in our rhythm, stay in our routine a little bit.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Okay, ladies, thank you very much. Congratulations, and best of luck in the NCAA tournament. We'll go ahead and take some additional questions for Coach. Down here in front.
Coach, you guys have had over the years so many just gut-wrenching, buzzer-beating, fluky kind of losses. What's it like to kind of look like you've had that, but then to come out on the other end and maybe kind of steal one and get force the overtime and then take it back?
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly right. We've just had so much heartbreak here, and that's why I said not only this team, but this program, I think, deserves a break. And at the same point, you know, there some pretty crazy things happened for them to even get that lead in regulation. You know, I had a backboard three and a couple other things that were, obviously we missed some free throws, but in a way it felt like a flukish way to lose and maybe a flukish way to win. But I think, you know, fate favors the good at heart, and that definitely doesn't mean anything about IUPUI. They're obviously a really a team, one of my favorite teams in the conference, a lot of good girls. But again, I can't talk about how much this team deserves for something good to happen to them, and I'm so glad it did.
Taylor said it was originally drawn up for Michelle. What made you say, okay, Taylor, you're the one we want taking the shot? Yeah, it was a really tough decision because we've got so many shooters, first of all, and you figure they know we're going to go to Mo. The one thing about T-Mac, as I call her, even though she changed her last name on me, is that she's really good at she can get a good shot off. And if you notice, I think it was a fairly good play to give her some space, but she shot fake and I believe took a dribble and then knocked down that shot. And I think that she's kind of unique in that she can shoot that shot off the dribble, and especially when they put 2.2 on there, and I thought she'd have time. In fact, right when she went out, I said, you have time to shot fake and dribble. Not to take credit for what it was, but and it was just a little bit of an instinct. But if we have a kid on our team that can hit tough shots, it's T-Mac. Right before overtime began, the first person after Taylor hit her shot you went up to was Emily. What did you say to her to get her, or did you have to really kind of refocus her for the overtime? I just told her to keep believing, and she was probably going to be the first kid I hugged if that shot hadn't gone in, and she was going to be the first kid I hugged if it did go in, because, you know, it was heartbreaking because I know she would have blamed herself. I don't think anyone else would have, but she would have blamed herself for the loss. So just to have that second lease on life, so to speak, have that second chance, I just told her to keep believing. Did you guys have to say anything in the huddle where everyone's so locked in after that shot? Like you said, it just felt like destiny, like something good was going to happen. Yeah, that's exactly what I said, and I don't know if I truly believe that, you know, fate and destiny control basketball games, but when things just keep going your way, you start to wonder, and whether it's true or not, it's fun to believe. It's fun to believe in that magic, and so I just told our kids, I said, are you kidding me? You thought we were going to, you know, be out of this game? And it was more kind of a mental message at that point. Then we talked a little bit about keeping the ball out of Michael Rogers' hands.
We have one over here.
Going back to what you said a little bit about winning here and being good for the league, do you think this was good for the league? Two non-Dakota teams flying?
I think it was. I think it answers part of the argument of is there a fairness to it? And I would never punish or think negatively on South Dakota State for supporting women's basketball, or South Dakota for supporting women's basketball, or Sioux Falls. So I think that I think it does, and obviously it hurts attendance a little bit, and that's part of it. But I think as far as the argument to keep the tournament here and the reasons to have the tournament, it shows that, is there a competitive advantage? Yeah, any team that gets good crowds have a competitive advantage. We had a competitive advantage when we set records our last 3 home games as well. So I don't think that you change a tournament because one team supports their team more. So I think in that way it's good for the league.
Second row.
JD, you talked about yesterday after the Omaha win about trying to achieve the impossible. Now you have won 11 straight, you've done it, you're up here, and just thinking back to how this has all transpired since the beginning of summer league and even the season, how do you reflect on this one?
It's beyond belief. I mean, it really is. I know I've sat here and talked about how much we believe, and then I tell you it's beyond belief. But, just reflecting with Coach Minner 2 or 3 times, because he's been with me now for these 6 years and been just a huge part of what we've done. And it's funny, when I came into the league my first year, we got picked last. There were 10 teams back then. We got picked 10th, and I'm pretty sure IUPUI got picked second to last. And so it's so neat to see both programs and how they've advanced. But reflecting on it, I mean, I remember talking to him on the golf course, and it's like, I think we can get good here, but, can you ever go to the NCAA tournament? And that's everyone's dream come true, and you kind of question that. And so to actually do it it's just special.
And now that you are, going to the NCAA tournament, what do you do from here? How do you go about preparing going forward?
You know what? It's hardly sank in. I mean, the good thing is we knew we were going to play postseason because we were guaranteed at least a bid to the NIT. And I think that WBI game last year helped us so much. It helped our momentum, into the season. It helped our girls' mentality, knowing that we could win that game, a big game in postseason, instead of the season ending like it did. I think that really helped us. So we can kind of reflect on that. And despite Emily telling me that we want to get back to work, there's also an aspect of taking a couple days to reflect, and then we really believe in when we are ready to go, it's go time. We don't want to have kind of a blah where you feel like you're waiting around. And the great thing about these girls, they have so much faith in me as a coach. Like when I changed that play from Faro to T-Mac, I didn't get any weird looks. She hadn't played hardly all half. Everyone's shaking their head. They're ready to go. Same thing here. We didn't take any of our shoot-arounds. I mean, a lot of coaches told me we were crazy. And the only reason we wanted to is because I didn't know how the message was to the kids, like, oh, we're not going to shoot around. But that's the rhythm we play, and that's the schedule we're used to. We played all of the games. So things like that, I think, will go into our thinking for the NCAA tournament.
Other questions for Coach? Coach, thank you. Congratulations and best of luck in the tournament.
Appreciate it.